We're focused on the facts and not spreading fear around the current COVID-19 pandemic. So joining us once again is Dr. Gary Berner with the Community Clinic of Northwest Arkansas. Dr. Berner, thanks again for your time today.
Absolutely. Happy to help.
I want to begin with hygiene. We're told wear gloves and masks to help slow the spread of COVID-19. Masks are pretty simple to understand. You've explained them. But when it comes to gloves, how easy is it to cross-contaminate, and what can we do to help out the situation?
Yeah, I really do think the hand hygiene component of it is critical, and whether that's gloves or whether that's washing your hands, just really important to think about any surface that you touched. There's a risk of exposure there, especially anytime you exit your home by going to the grocery store, by being around other community members. So even after taking your gloves off, I would really think about hand hygiene. If you take one glove off and then touch the other glove to take it off, you have a potential exposure there.
Dr. Berner, 3 state lawmakers so far have tested positive for COVID-19. The state sent legislators a letter saying the ADH was handling this investigation and would contact a person if they were a close contact. Now, that letter says the ADH considers a close contact to have been someone who was, quote, within 6 feet of a case for 30 minutes or more. For many of us in the newsroom, this was the first time we've heard a time frame. Can you explain this for us?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I think the first piece to think about is that 6 feet. The coronavirus can spread through respiratory droplets. Okay, but droplets are larger particles, and so they will fall through the air. And so that's why they feel like that 6 feet of distance is safe. That's interesting to hear that letter said 30 minutes. I've heard a lot shorter times as well. But however you think about it, that term prolonged has to do with probably in the minute range. So whether that's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or 30 minutes, that prolonged time period means that there's some sort of intimate exposure. It doesn't have to actually be touching or hugging, but that contact where you're within 6 feet for the amount of time for those respiratory droplets to come over to you. They don't necessarily launch out unless there was a cough or a sneeze. Those, of course, will come out quickly. But if it's just general conversation and speak, those kind of particles may just linger in the air long enough for you to have that prolonged period next to a positive person and then potentially acquire the virus.
All right, Dr. Berner, those are all our questions. We truly appreciate you and your team at the Community Clinic of Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah, we're here and happy to help. Let us know if there's anything that we can do, whether that's primary care needs or taking care of your respiratory illness and concern for coronavirus. Thanks so much for y'all's time.